Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here. I'm now live on the channel now. I have the headphones on today, so hopefully everything is good with the sound. I think the sound is pretty good through the headphones like this. But like I said, if you can't hear it well, let me know and I'll remove the headphones and do it the other way. But yeah, so I'm going to be live on here for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour or so. I wanted to make a video. Pretty much, I'm going to be talking mostly today, though, about the really cool news, which is why I'm doing the live show, which is I'm going to be directing my very first, feature film, and which is I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a horror slasher film. So any of you guys who have come on right now, I'm doing the live show though to talk about the first ever slasher film, which I'm going to be directing, first ever feature film. So I'm really excited about this, and we just launched the campaign for the movie. I think it was at 6 a.m. Eastern time. So it hasn't even been up for 12 hours yet. And we already raised, we almost doubled. Our original goal was $5,000. And now it's almost at $10,000. So I wanted to say, too, thanks so much for those of you guys, too, who have been helping on the project. And I just posted the link for it now, but the link is also in the description of this video. And the one thing that's really with how Indiegogo works is it's like the big thing is you want to get as many donations on the first day, and that helps the movie go, and trend on Indiegogo, so it goes on like the main page. And so if people search the film, it goes, to like if they search films on Indiegogo, it will show as like one of the top films. It'll be on the main page, all that kind of stuff. But what I'm going to do on the live show, though, is I'm going to kind of go through some of the perks and, that kind of stuff, on the film, so you guys kind of know what they are. And I will answer some questions as well on here too, so I'll make sure to go through some of your questions as well on here, so feel free to ask, answer some of your questions. But no, the Cage Girl was only a short. That was only like 20 minutes long. This is going to be a feature film, so it'll be an hour and a half. And it's a movie called Scream Bloody Murder, which is going to be a 90s style slasher film. And like I said, it's a film which I'm going to be directing. I'm going to be acting in the film. Today, we just got confirmation that Brink Stevens will be in the film, so she's going to be doing the film. Meg Dick will be acting in the film. Meg Dick is Andy Dick's daughter. She will be playing one of the main roles in the film, so that's really cool. I worked with her on Alien Vampire Busters, so definitely look forward to getting to work, with her again as well. But what I'm going to do is, guys, like I said, you guys can check out the link, and like I said, the link is on here, and you guys can go to it. And I'm going to go through the different perks that are on here to kind of explain what they are, and there's one of them on there too, which is if you guys are fans of Don and Murph, is like there's only going to be one of this particular thing, but it's kind of cool. So like I said, I'm going to go through these perks. The first one that's on here is a special thanks credit. And basically the special thanks credit is just you'll get a credit, at the end of the movie. And there'll be like a block of credits that say special thanks, and you have a credit in there. The other one on there is a digital copy. So if you guys want just like a digital download version of the film, you can get that version. There's also the crazy Blu-ray copy, and that one, comes with the Blu-ray. It also comes with a poster of the film and some more freebies. There's also a autographed Blu-ray copy of the film as well. Also, there's a perk to have your photo in the movie. So in the film, like there will be like either like a missing person pictures, or somewhere in the film there'll be different people's pictures. So for that perk, you guys can get your photo in the film. The other perk on there is a character in the film perk. So in this one, you guys can like pick a character's name, and like so if what you want it to be like your name or anyone that you know. There's also a perk on here to act as a student or a teacher, and the movie's dealing with basically about a group of sorority girls who are all getting killed off by a masked killer. So like a Scream, Know What You Did Last Summer style, and the killer has a knife and a pick. And it's basically though about, a knife and a hook, and it's basically though about who is the killer, and it deals with two of the sorority girls all inviting a group of people to their house, and then there's a whole massacre and all kinds of crazy stuff happens. But like I said, one of the other perks is to be a student or a teacher in the film, and that one is basically you go and have like a walk-on role in the film, and that's pretty cool. There's a bunch of different options for those ones. There's also an associate producer credit, which you have a credit in the film, in the movie itself, IMDb, that kind of stuff. There's also the killer's prop, so you guys can actually get the screen used knife or the screen used hook from the film. There's a perk to have a scene with Julianne Prescott, so you guys can act in a scene with her. And Julianne Prescott is also producing on the film as well, and Will Colazzo is the executive producer on the film and the writer. And like I said, I will go through your questions here as well, guys. But I just wanted to go through all the perks and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to talk about some of the people that are going to be in it as well. And I see someone that mentioned though, what if Brendan bought a perk for the film? Well, actually, I wanted to talk about that. When it comes to people who are going to be in the film, I messaged Danny the Cinestalker, and Danny will be in the film. He will be playing a cool role in the film. Also, Luna Meow, she'll be coming to do the film. And I talked to Danny, and I said to Danny, would you mind messaging Brendan, Wet Movie, and asking him about coming aboard the film? Because it was kind of me extending the olive branch to him, and I want everything to be cool. Honestly, I don't want any negativity in the world anymore between people, and I'm trying to move past all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, so maybe Brendan will do it. I don't know. Any of you guys, though, I mean, feel free to encourage him to do it, because I would love to have Brendan be involved and everything in the movie. I think that would be pretty cool, and to give him a cool part in there. And I would like to work with him on it. But Danny Cinestalker will be in it. Like I said, Luna Meow will be in it. And there's like I said, there's tons of different perks on there for you guys, but I'll keep going through the other perks on here. The one on here, though, which I think is kind of fun, it's called the Don and Murph skit. And in the movie, my character is going to be playing like the college professor, and he's like going to be a film teacher, which I'm excited to do that. And it's basically, though, at one point he either shows a video or he does like this little skit in front of the class, this like really stupid skit, and it's basically him doing the Don character. So it's me doing Don, and one of the other students comes up and does Murph. So one of you guys could be Murph in the film, and you'll get the actual shirt. I still have the Murph shirt. I have the Murph wig. So that'd be kind of cool. If you guys are interested in that, like I said, there's only going to be one of those. So if that, if any of you guys get that perk, then that's gone. There's no way to have a second one for that. There's also a perk on there to star as the news anchor. So if you guys ever wanted to be like the news anchor in a film, and for that, that's something where you guys can shoot, self-film it. It's, you can shoot it on like, in 1080p or 4K just with your phone, and you guys can like transfer the file, and then you can be added in to the movie. And you could do it like either if you have a green screen, or you could do it outside, or however that goes. The writer will write like the scene out and all that kind of stuff. The other perk is one, if you guys want to have a scene with me, it's a scene with, and if you guys want to act in a scene with me in the movie, and that's one of the other ones. There's also a star in the film perk, and that one means you would be like, have a couple scenes in the film. There's a perk to be an executive producer. One of them on here too is a perk called the Hire a Movie Star perk, and that's one of those ones that we're only going to do this if anyone gets that perk, and that basically means we would hire someone, to bring in like a big name actor to be in the film, and then you would act alongside that person. And then the last one on here is the be a lead actor in the film. So that's like the highest perk on the film that there is. And I wanted to say too, thanks so much to the people who got that perk, the two people that got the perk earlier today. I appreciate that more than you can imagine coming aboard the project, and I really look forward to working with you both on here who got the leading role perk. But like I said, that's the other one on there too. And like I said, I'm going to go through the questions now, though, from you guys. And like I was saying, though, definitely check out the page, guys, and let me know too if there's any specific kind of perks that you think would be cool to add up on the campaign. If you can think of anything cool to add in addition to what's up on there. But like I said, I'm going to go through a little later on the show too. On here, I'll go through the perks again too to let you guys know what they are for new, you guys who are new that have come on. But like I said, guys, the live show today was basically me coming on here talking about the film that I'm going to be directing and how you guys can help out the project and all that kind of stuff. So let's see now some of the questions here, and we'll start going through some of them. Good luck, been a long time viewer. Well, thanks so much. Have you seen Happy Birthday to Me and Wishmaster? Yeah, both of those ones I love. Rob Russell said, Perk I wanted sold out. Which perk was it you wanted, Rob? I can add it back on there. Was there one that was gone? I see. Yeah, yeah. Let me know which one you'd like, though. If it's off of here, I should be able to add it back on. Let me see if I can. But yeah, Rob, though, let me know, though, like I said, which one is sold out, and I'll definitely add that back on, Rob. Is it set in a mall? No, it's not set in a mall. I do have a movie that I want to do that's set in a mall. Maybe, after this one, might be another one that I make out here or something like that. I have to find like a abandoned or a kind of like a closing down or a dead mall to shoot at. But I have wanted to do a movie at the mall. How'd you get the opportunity to direct a film? Well, it's because of Will Colazzo. He asked me to direct the film. And me and Will are going to be working together, though, next month in Vegas on the movie Revenge of the Zombies. It's now called Night of the Zomghouls is the new title for it. But yeah, he brought me in to direct the movie, and he's going to write the film and everything. So I'm really excited. How many ex-wives do you have? No. When fans come up to you, do they mention Don and Murph often? Yeah, occasionally. Like every so often, I do hear people bring that up, and they usually ask about MJ and that kind of stuff. And I did try and call MJ again recently. I can't get anywhere from it. I don't know if the numbers of this are changed or anything. Did you see the Puppet Masters versus Demonic Toys on Sci-Fi Channel back in the day? Yeah, I do remember watching that back in the day. Did you see Scream Factory May releases? I think I did. I can't remember what were the May ones. Did you see Vinegar Syns in February month? They're releasing their new review, their March films this Monday. Oh yeah, like they're going to be putting out Hitcher in the Dark, which is one that I always love. So I'm really glad they're releasing that one. Let's see. Hey Sean, greetings from Philly. Philly, been watching you for years now. You always bring good vibes. Keep up the good content. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate that, and thanks so much for watching for so long. Let's see. I said, I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Can I be an extra? No, like the perks on there though. If you want to be like a teacher, those are kind of like an extra perk for the movie. So that's one like that one's like 100 and something, I believe, and that's one of the cheaper ones. But it will be like a featured thing, so you might say like one or two little things and stuff in there too. But it's and if you can come out to LA, that's where it's going to be shooting, and probably going to be May. It may have to change a little bit though, because I know some other projects that some of the people are in are going to be shooting then as well. Let's see, is it going to be in theaters? I don't know. You never know. It might have like a small screening or something like that. It is going to be shot on the Red camera though, so it'll be like a really really good camera. That is really cool. Nice of you to include him. No, like I said, hopefully Brendan will be down to do it. And if Gabe wants to come too, he's totally down. I have no problem. Brendan would have to contact Gabe though, because I don't really know how to contact him. Did you reach out to MJ? I did. I tried to call him again yesterday. I can't find him. I don't know where he is. He's totally MIA, like totally. Hey Sean, aka Cooler Duder, can I be Murph? Well, there's, like I said, Alex, there's the perk on there. If you want to get it, there's a perk on there for that one on the campaign page. And I'll post the campaign page again too. But basically, the live show today, guys, was me talking about how the campaign just launched for the upcoming feature film, which is the first ever feature film which I'm going to be directing out in Los Angeles. Like I said, I am so excited about it, and you guys can check out the link. It's in the description, and you guys can go on there, and you guys can pre-order a copy of the film already on Blu-ray, or get a digital copy of the movie. There's producer perks, and like I said, everything is a huge help because all the money is going to go to renting the soundstage, because we're going to renting a soundstage, renting a house, and then renting like probably 2 different classroom sets that we're going to be using, and then paying some of the talent that we have and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it's all going to go towards all of that stuff. So everything, like I said, is a huge, huge help. And I appreciate, too, you guys being so supportive on the Indiegogo campaigns for ones where it was stuff that I was acting in. This one, though, I'm so excited because it's like me directing it, acting in it, putting it all together, helping on every single aspect of the whole thing. And I also want to say a huge thank you to Julianne Prescott, who is the producer on the film as well, and she's going to be helping me on all aspects as well as acting in the film. So definitely really look forward to working with her on it. Where would be filmed? It's going to be shooting out in Los Angeles. Just bought the Midnight Hour on DVD. Yeah, that's one I'm always trying to find. What did you end up paying for that one? Congrats on the film. Can't wait to see when it's ready. No, I can't wait. And hopefully when it's done too, we'll have like a teaser trailer like soon after and stuff like that. Would I would also be the news anchor. Oh, wait, Alec, that's cool. If you're interested in being the news anchor, like I said, the perk is up on there, and it's something that you can shoot yourself. And if it has to be done more like a vlog style too, we could probably incorporate like a vlogger style type scene in too, I would think. And thanks so much, Nemesis Beast. I really appreciate it. I really am, looking forward to working with you. Hey, let's Danny Sinistalker add on the movie would be awesome. Danny Sinistalker will be on there. I thought about asking Danny if anyone wanted to do a perk to act in a scene with him. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that or not. But let me know though too if you want like if there's any perks though you guys would like me to add up. Like if you guys who are on here now can think of anything specific, like a specific type of perk, I can definitely add that. No problem. Is there room for a meat butcher in this horror film? I don't think there's a meat butcher. It's going to be a mass killer. I just donated $10. Well, thanks so much, Timothy. I appreciate that so much. Put me in it. Are you writing the script too? Will Colazzo is going to be writing the script, but I will be like talking about ideas with him, and we kind of go through and talk about kind of concepts and kind of what to do and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let me be an extra. How much do actors cost to get for a day? It all kind of depends. I don't want to say people's rates and stuff like that, but like it can range from like I said, it's all over the place. Some people are a couple hundred, some people are a couple thousand, and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Is Dweeble or Herb going to be involved at all? I don't know. Maybe I can find a way to get them in it. If my brother's interested too, I definitely am going to ask him to help like design some stuff for it, like maybe T-shirts and stuff like that. But I would definitely love to get them in the movie somehow. Since it's going to be shot in LA though, I'm not totally sure, but I definitely think it'd be really cool too though. Let's see. What's a question? How have you seen the funny TV show on DVD? Sean, did you try and get Michael Ray Bauer? No, yeah, Griff, yeah, we actually are talking to Michael Ray Bauer about it. We're waiting to get like a full confirmation. He's in SAG, so we have to go and do like union paperwork for Michael Ray Bauer. But hopefully we can work it out and get him in there. I think we probably can, but like I said, there's nothing confirmed yet for Michael, but definitely would be really cool. Like I've always been a fan of Michael, and I think it'd be a cool role for him. And I just think it'd be cool. I just would love to see him in something again because I've always been a fan of him forever. So I think it'd be really really cool. Let's see. Hey, Sean, did you try and MJ needs a cameo? Yeah, if I hear from MJ, I definitely will. Did you hear the news about a new Jeepers Creepers movie? I saw that one. I definitely am interested in that. A scene with you, but the Don one looks fun. Yeah, Rob, the scene with me perk should be still on there. Check on there now though and see. Let me see if it's not on there. I'll definitely Rob, I'll add that one back. Let me check to see. No, it looks like it's still on there. So I still see the Donna Murph skit and then Scene with Sean C. Phillips. So that one is still on there, Rob. So yeah, if you're interested in that one, those are definitely ones. And if you want to play like the Murph character, that's definitely an option. If you're interested in doing that, it might be kind of a fun thing to do if you were interested in that. Um, let's see. Let me just make sure I don't miss anything. Let's see, I assume you have provided. Let's see, which the scene. MJ needs a cameo. Scene with Murph looks fun. Will you be acting in the film too? Yes, I'll be acting in the film as well. I'm going to be playing like one of the college professors in there, like the movie guy, the guy that teaches like film history, and all that kind of stuff. Did you watch Square Pegs? No, I never saw that one. Day of the Dead, 1985, great movie. Let's see. 1K for EP producer credit, not too bad of a deal. No, a lot of executive producer credits are sometimes like 3,000, 5,000. So yeah, we set a lot of the perks lower than a lot of the other ones. A film that you want to see on 4K for the first time? I don't know what one like. I know they released Bill and Ted on 4K, so I kind of would like to see that, especially if they put Bogus Journey. Has there been? How long has this been in development? Well, me and Will were first talking about Revenge of the Zombies, which we'll be shooting in Vegas next month. But then I talked to him. I was talking about how there's going to be the new Scream film, and I was saying it would be kind of cool to make like a Scream style movie, like a '90s style slasher, and that was like maybe a little over a month or so ago, and that's kind of how it came to be. I assume I'd have to provide my own lodge and travel plans. Yeah, so if you came out, it would probably be like Rob, like a day shoot or so. So it would just be like you would be flying into Los Angeles and just like a hotel around that area or Burbank or something like that. But yeah, because otherwise, if we were paying for the travel, then all the budget would go back. You know what I mean, towards paying for the flight and the hotel, for it and everything. Thoughts on Gutter Balls? No, I always loved that movie. Ryan Nicholson was really cool. I used to talk to him back in the day. Back in like 2009, I was talking to him about. I almost ended up doing his one movie called the movie that was like a slasher film set in a school. And there's even a character in there that was just like me that I think he wrote for me to do, but it was in Canada and it didn't work out and stuff like that. But yeah, I just would love to have done that. Do we have to provide our own lodging and transportation? Yeah, like I said, that's the one thing. You would have to just get yourself to Los Angeles, and like I said, it would probably be like a day or so for people that came in, unless you came in for like the leading role or something like that. Then it would be a longer time. But I think the shoot is probably going to be 4 or 5 days total. That would be it, because we're going to shoot real quick and stuff like that. And a lot of things shoot quick like that. Like some of the Asylum movies shoot really fast. Even Tyler Perry shot the Boo Medea in, I think, 3 days. But yeah, like if you were interested in coming out, though, it would definitely be very cool to work with you, Strange Panda. You should look into filling a Sacramento, California. It might be cheaper. It's actually not that bad, though, for the locations. Like there is a site that we found where you can rent classroom sets and stuff like that, and they're not terrible. Like you kind of rent them by the hour, the locations. So we rent them for like a stretch of like 8 hours and stuff like that. How's your back been feeling lately? It's been okay. It's not great. Like I think it's like just the damage that was done from me being so heavy in the past, and it's just sort of like comes back to me and everything like that. But it's okay though. Is it a rom-com? No, not a rom-com. It's a horror slasher film. And any of you guys who have just come on now to the live show, basically what I'm talking about today is how I'm going to be directing my very first feature film, which is a horror slasher film called Scream Bloody Murder, which is in the style of a film like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. And today, less than 12 hours ago, the film's Indiegogo campaign launched. And there's a whole bunch of different perks on there, to help out the project. And the cheapest ones on there, though, are special thanks credit. And then if you wanted to get a digital copy of the film or pre-order a autographed Blu-ray or a a standard DVD, which comes, I mean, a standard Blu-ray, which comes with like signed, I guess comes with a poster and a bunch of other freebies as well. But I'm going to go through those some of the perks still for those of you guys who have come on now and let you guys know kind of what they are. And the one perk on there is your photo in the movie. So basically, in the film, your photo can be put in the film, so there may be like a missing person photos, like if there's like a police officer scene in like a police station, we'll have like a pan across like missing person photos, or we'll put on like it on someone's desk if they have like a photo on their desk, and it could be your picture in there, and there'll be like a good close up and shot of it so you see it in the movie and stuff like that. So that's a pretty cool one on there. There's also one where you guys can name a character in the movie, so you can call the character your name or your friend's name or anything like that. The other one on there is acted as a student or teacher, and that's $150. And that one where it's basically you would come in as like a walk-on role, and you probably have like a small line or so, but you would play a teacher in there or a student, because the movie's basically set in a college campus, and it's about these sorority girls who are getting killed off by a masked killer, and it deals with like nerds there on the. So it's gonna have like a little bit of Revenge of the Nerds kind of aspect too. There's also an associate producer credit on there. You guys can get, there's a perk to get the prop. So you'll get the screen used knife or the screen used hook from the film. And if you want like the knife signed too, like you can specify that, and like I can have like I can sign the knife and stuff like that. There's also a perk on there to have a scene with Julianne Prescott, and you can act in a scene with her. There's a scene too, which is a limited one. There's only gonna be one of this. This is a Don and Murph skit, and in the movie, my character is a teacher, and he does this kind of ridiculous skit in front of the class, reenacting doing Don and Murph, and he dresses as Don, and he gets a student to dress as Murph. So that'd be really ridiculous. And that'll be a fun thing to do. There's also a perk to be a newscaster in the film, so you can play like a news anchor, and that one you could film yourself. So you could shoot that at your house, at your own house, and you can do it in front of a green screen. You can shoot it outside in front of a tree, and you're basically be like a news anchor, kind of talking about the murders and what had happened and that kind of stuff. And it could also be done like as a vlogger as well. I think we can kind of incorporate it that way. There's also a perk to be in a scene with me in the film, so you guys can act in a scene with me. There's a perk to star in the movie, and then you would have a couple scenes in the film. There's an executive producer perk, as well as a perk to hire a movie star. So basically, you can, for $2,000, you can go and hire somebody. So basically, all that money from that perk will go to hire a specific person. It would be like in the range of like $1,700 to $2,000. And then there's also the biggest perk on there is be a lead in the film, lead actor in the film. So that one means you would be like the main character in the film. You'd be throughout the whole movie. You'd be in a whole ton of scenes and that kind of stuff. And like you could be like one of the sorority girls. Like it all kind of depends on the age range. Or you would be a teacher or a bully or something like that. But you'd be one of the main people in it. So let's see, I'm going to start going through some more of the questions and stuff like that. Did you get Good Burger on Blu-ray yet? Yes, I did get Good Burger on Blu-ray. What's your favorite UK film? UK film? Like, I don't know offhand, like my all-time favorite. Like, my favorite thing from UK all around is Mr. Bean, though. What are your inspirations behind the film? Like I was saying, it's like stuff like Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, that kind of stuff. Since you want Brendan to be part of it, does that mean you guys patch things up? No, I'm trying to. I extended the olive branch to Danny and told Danny, to Danny to tell Brendan and everything. So we'll see. We'll see. If he wants to come aboard, I definitely hope so. What are about the COVID safety measures on the set? Well, I'm going to require everybody in the movie to have a COVID test before they come to set. So that's pretty much what every production that I do for the most part does. They ask everyone to be tested usually 3 days before they come to set. And then they just have to, go and either get a rapid test or that PCR test. And you can do them at CVS or Walgreens or the doctor's office and stuff like that. By then, though, hopefully some of the people will have the vaccine, and hopefully I have the option to get it sooner than later, because that would be a big help for me for traveling, especially if I have to go to New York and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's. But we're going to have hand sanitizer and wipes, and everyone will be wearing masks and all of that kind of stuff, though. Hey Sean, how you doing? Looking forward to working with you. Hey Kyle, yeah, definitely look forward to getting to work with you, Kyle. I cannot wait. Um, Congrats, Sean. Excited for it. Thanks so much, Flick Fanatics. I really appreciate it. Oh, sheet quoted get it. Yeah, thanks so much. Have you heard the news of Paramount Plus that the Fairly Odd Parents reboot is in the works? I know I heard. I didn't hear about that. I did hear though about the Rugrats movie. I mean the Rugrats reboot that they're going to be doing with this everyone coming back. Good luck on directing gig. Thanks so much. Congrats on the awesome first day of the campaign. So cool. Well, thanks so much, Danny. No, I'm just so excited that people have come aboard, and I really appreciate everyone who has been donating, like more than you guys can imagine. Because I wouldn't be able to, honestly, this movie would never be able to be made without you guys and everyone that's come aboard. So, like I said, I appreciate it more than you can imagine. And this one is really special to me because I'm directing it, and it's like I'm, running all the aspects of it. So that's really cool for me. And I honestly have wanted to direct films and especially features forever. I mean, when you look back to what I started doing Don and Murph, and I was doing those skits and parodies, and then I did some short horror films and everything. But that was always what I really loved to do. And then I like kind of acting in my own stuff too. So that's what's really cool. I think it's going to be really fun to get to do this, and I'm hoping that it leads into doing more and more stuff like that, and more stuff out here, and everything. Congrats on the, let's see, maybe you could do an autographed picture for a perk. Yeah, Timothy, that's definitely an idea, like an autographed. Maybe it could be like an autographed still from the movie because we're going to add more perks. Usually people on Indiegogo campaigns on Fridays, they put new perks on. So probably by like next Friday, there'd be something new up on there, I would think. Let's see. It's going to be like Great Outdoors. I love that movie. Is it going to be Great Outdoors? Well, no, it's not going to be like, because this is like a slasher film. So it's going to be, people on a college campus getting killed off like sorority girls. But what's cool too is Brink Stevens is going to be in it, so that'll be really fun. And I don't want to ruin what role she's going to be doing yet or anything, but that'll be really really cool to work with her on it. And the main mean girl in the film, the mean sorority girl, is going to be Andy Dick's daughter, Meg Dick. So that'll be really cool. I worked with her on Alien Vampire Busters, and she was really really cool. So definitely look forward to working with her. And Mike Ferguson, he's going to be in the movie, and he's in tons and tons of stuff. And he was just in the new Brad Pitt movie that they were just shooting, Bullet Train. Let's see, just making sure I don't miss all the stuff here. Let's see. I heard you were doing that. What do you think? Let's see. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything, especially for people asking any questions about it. I think I was up here. Maybe you could do it. Oh, yeah, here's where I was. I have. Where is it going to be filmed at? Hey, Eddie, the movie's going to be filmed in Los Angeles, is where we're going to be shooting. Will the movie have a trauma vibe? Yeah, it'll probably have a little bit of a trauma vibe, but more like a 90s kind of Scream, Know What You Did Last Summer kind of feel to it. She's the Man coming to Blu-ray. No, I know. I got a copy of that to review. I love that movie. Have you met Kel Mitchell? Yeah, I met him at one of the Hollywood autograph shows. No, MJ, he's dead to us. It's your film going to be in theaters? I don't know. There might be some limited screenings, and also if there's when it's safe to have conventions again, maybe we can do like a screening at a theater at a convention or something like that. That'd be kind of fun to do something like that. What kind of movie you're directing? It's going to be a slasher film, so it's going to be like a 90s style slasher film. Are you keeping in mind music? I think it helps a lot panning out how scenes play out. Yeah, like there's a shark movie that I was helping write. I didn't announce anything about this. I don't want to say anything about what the movie's about because it's real hush hush. But it was a shark movie that I was helping talk to my friend of mine, Rob Nemar, who directed Alien Vampire Busters. And when I was writing the bullet points for that, we have a script writer that's going to write the whole script, but I was kind of writing some bullet points for stuff to happen in the movie. But I was listening to the music from The Last Shark when I was writing it. And so I kind of wrote the whole kind of bullet points while I was doing that. Let's see. But no, music is definitely a big thing. For this one, I definitely want to have like kind of like Italian kind of music in it, like sort of Italian synth and stuff like that, especially some of like the 90s style kind of stuff. It's going to be a mixture of stuff, and we'll have to see what kind of stuff really works the best. Also, what if the villain had an evil sidekick? Well, maybe you have to see what we do with the villain. Thoughts on what's good for the goose? I mean, good for the goose is good for the gander. Would lodging being travel be at my own expense? I would think so, but I figured to ask. Yeah, Rob. The travel and lodging, like I said, I talked about that earlier, but just in case you didn't hear, where are you filming this at? That it'll be out in Los Angeles. I hope this isn't a personal question, but do you make more or less money with your YouTube compared to acting jobs? It's kind of like split down the middle with it. It's like you can't really, you're not supposed to talk about like the exact amount you make on YouTube, but usually it can usually be kind of similar. It kind of just depends. Like acting stuff, I refuse to do it for free anymore. And if I do anything that was free, it would be like either something that I knew so well or something that was like really, really simple. You know what I mean? Like it didn't require a whole lot, or they were going to do it was like local and they were covering my gas and stuff like that. Then I'll be like, okay, as long as I'm going to get the gas and get something. But usually for me, it's like $150 a day, $250 a day, sometimes $500. It all kind of just depends for when it comes to, acting stuff. And if I have like those, months where it's like $500 a day ones, and then I'm doing a little bit more than YouTube if I have a lot of that kind of stuff. What do you think of Deep Rising, directed by Stephen Sommers? I always liked that movie. That was a pretty good, movie. Let's see. And like I said, guys, if you have any like particular perks though that you want me to add on the campaign, let me know, because I'm trying to like make sure I put the best stuff on here. But I want to say though, what did we just sell? Somebody just got a perk on here. I don't know what we just got, but we just got over $10,000. So we just got to $10,000, $822. So thanks so much, guys, who have come on. So our original goal on the campaign was $5,000. And we've already doubled it. So now we'll have to do the stretch goal. I guess the next stretch goal will be like $12,000 for it. But like I said, guys, I am so thankful for you guys for coming to help this project. And I want to make this as cool as I can for you and everything. Let's see, though. I'll be on here, though, like I said, for probably about an hour. I can't be on here too long because I have to kind of supposed to sort of rest more today because I go away tomorrow to shoot in Texas. In San Antonio, I believe is where I'm going to do Christmas Slasher, and I come back on Tuesday. And when I come back on Tuesday, though, Danny, Cinestalker, is going to be picking me up at the airport, and then on the Tuesday shopping video, which I'm warning you, I might be very tired in that video. I'm expecting that because I have a lot of scenes to shoot, and I don't know if I'm going to get to sleep too much because my flight on Tuesday is at 7:50 in the morning, so I'm probably going to be like that whole day. But Danny will be in on Tuesday's shopping video. Let's see. Did you get in school fights? No, I never did. Let's see. Hey, I donated. I can't wait to see it. I'm also trying to pursue filmmaking. You are really inspiring me to get my project started. No, well, thanks so much, Cinemazilla. I really appreciate that. And like I said, just look at it as if if I can do it, you can. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to have the confidence to feel that I can do this, and I feel like I'm finally at the point where, just from getting on all the different film sets that I've been on and making the shorts that I have throughout the years, I finally feel like I can do this now. Let's see. When does production start tomorrow? Oh no, production doesn't start for this one. Once the Indiegogo ends, then it takes, I think, like a week or so for the money to come in. Then we can book all the locations and that kind of stuff. So we can't do any of that until then. But yeah, it'll probably start in April. Probably right when me and Will get finished with Revenge of the Zombies, which he's directing and I'm helping, ADing on with him and acting in. Once that's done, then we'll do that. Let's see. I heard they were doing that. Let's see. Okay, thanks for the help. I'm going to go check my budget and see what I can do. Well, thanks so much, Rob. And if you have any questions and stuff like that, let me know, and you can email me or message me on Facebook or Instagram, and we can definitely figure something out. Have you seen the TV show Freaky Links? I remember seeing like one episode of that one. 4 or 5 days for a feature. No, that's pretty norm for a lot of movies. Like they can shoot really quick. I come from the background of like learning how to shoot really fast too, and I thank so much to Chris Seaver, because Chris Seaver's movies, he would shoot the whole like 80-minute feature in 2 or 3 days, and that kind of like was a good learning experience for me back in like 2010, seeing him do that. And then a friend of mine, Dustin Ferguson, who I work with a lot, he shoots his movies really quick as well, and that's all just like good learning experiences for me, how to film quickly and that kind of stuff. But even companies like Asylum and even Tyler Perry filmed, Medea, Boo Medea, in 3 days. So it can be done. I'm not worried about it. It's also, you kind of, if you have like classroom scenes, you kind of go and you shoot all the classroom scenes back to back, and you have everyone have their wardrobe, and they just, do wardrobe changes. So it's like, okay, so we're shooting day one wardrobe, day two wardrobe, that kind of stuff. If you do it like that, you can shoot pretty quickly. Will there be blood in your movie you're directing? Yeah, there definitely will be blood and that kind of stuff. Where is it being filmed? It's shooting out in Los Angeles. Luna Meow should be a victim in the movie because you need a pretty girl. No, Luna will be in the movie. Danny Sinerstalker will be in the movie, and I talked to Danny and told him to message, Brendan Wetway One about being in it. So hopefully he does it. Do you know what I mean? I would definitely, it's sort of me extending the olive branch. I don't want any negativity between us, and I really would love to have him be involved. And I had talked to him years ago about when I talked about directing movies and about stuff, and I feel like, well, I'm finally doing it, and I would just like to get him something like this to do. I would think it'd be, I feel like he'd have a fun time. What if people who pay for the roles can't act and turn out to be very good? Are you worried about that happening an impact on the film? Well, if any of that thing ever happened, but basically you just work with them and kind of like change the scene around to work for them. You know what I mean? Like, and kind of, if there's like words that are kind of weird for them to say or kind of too complicated, you can change it around and things like that. Let's see. Have you seen Willy's Wonderland? No, I have not watched that yet, but I cannot wait to see that. If I have the movie Ghost Shark that you were in 2007, could I send it to you? Send it to you and have you sign it for me? I don't have like a public address thing. I definitely need to have something like that. You want to watch the movie Come Play? I did see that movie. That was actually pretty good. Will this movie be coming on VHS? Well, we could have a perk on there for that. Do you guys like that idea? Like, a perk to have the movie, released on a limited, super limited edition, like VHS style version. Like, if you guys like that idea, we definitely can figure something like that out. Like I said, we can definitely add more perks as it goes along, because it just started today, and usually like every Friday is when people add new stuff. So maybe we can add something like that on there. Is it going to be a short or a full movie? Yeah, it's going to be a feature. So it'll be, like 80 minutes around then. Let's see. Congratulations, that's big news. Well, thanks so much. Will this movie be coming? I talked about that. Do you need a fat old guy with a white beard in the movie? Well, Charlie, we definitely need people to be teachers and stuff like that. Let's see. You should put MJ in the missing persons photos. Well, I have to have his permission first. If I had permission, and he sent me like a new photo of him or something like that, I definitely would. But I haven't heard from him though. What studio is the movie from? It's not from like a main studio, but it's from the Cult Cinema is the name of the company behind it. But it's not like like a Warner Brothers kind of thing or anything like that though. Let's see. Who would be the star if we get that perk? Oh, so if you get the perk to hire a star. Well, one of the people that we were definitely going to approach for that, it would be I don't want to say, because I don't really want to say on the, but message me privately for that. I don't really want to say, because I don't want to talk about people's rates and stuff like that. I don't think I should do that. But there's definitely people that we have, and we can talk to you about like options. Let's see. I wish you the best on your project. So thanks so much, Prince Nazi. I appreciate that so much. I love your work. Just bought this auto Blu-ray. Oh, thanks so much, Sean. Let's see. What if people that buy a perk aren't good actors? Well, as I said, we can work with them and all that kind of stuff. And the people that got the big perks, though, they're really great actors. Both of them that got the $3,000, and same with the one that got the thousand. All of them are really really good. What's the killer's mask going to look like? Yeah, they're working on the design. Going to work on the design of that soon. And I don't know if we're going to post it and have it be seen, or we're going to kind of keep it secret or not. I'm a filmmaker, an LA filmmaker. Any way I can help contribute. Well, Big Youth, like the big thing is like, just I would just say share it around. Like anyone that you know, or any like actors that you know that are interested in acting, or who you know if they ever get like parts to perks to act in films or any of that kind of stuff. And that's the one thing. Any of you guys who are out there watching, definitely feel free to share the campaign around on your Facebook and your Twitter and all that kind of stuff, and let anyone know that you think might be interested in the movie. This is actually pretty cool. Well, thanks so much. You should go check out Tom Holland Chaos Walking. More FYE videos. I looked in your Indiegogo and it already made 10K on it. No, I saw that. I'm so, like I said, to have. It's still not 12 hours yet that the campaign has been live. I don't think it's been even 12 hours yet. So we're so excited that we've gotten so much on here. Let's see. You found a girlfriend yet? Well, you can't really find too many girlfriends right now during COVID. That's the one thing right now. It's definitely not exactly the time for that right now. Who wrote the script? Will Colazzo is going to be writing the script. I watched a great movie last night from 2009 on Prime Video. Clint Eastwood daughter stars in it. It's called MFA. Oh yeah, that one was really really good. The one guy too who was like the bad guy in that, he directed this great movie called A-Holes. It's like such a weird movie, but it was amazing. You got to check out Willy's Wonderland. No, I definitely am going to be watching that one. Let's see. Do you want to see Marvel Black Widow? No, I definitely. I hope that comes out soon. Let's see. I have a golden doodle putty if you wanted one of the sorority girls to have a dog. Are you in LA, Alec? Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Or have a perk on there. Have your dog in the movie, and bring your dog to the set. But that'd be kind of weird. That would be kind of. I don't think anyone's ever done that perk on a campaign. I've never seen that. More FYE and dollar store videos. Yeah, no, I do the dollar store ones every time I know they have new sales and stuff. Is cast signed Blu-ray one of the perks? Yeah, there's a signed one on there. So I know that I can sign it. Julianne Prescott can sign it. As long as we have a cover by then, I'll make sure we have something, and then I can probably get bring Stevens to sign it as well. Let's see. As an actor, do you think there needs to be more positive LGBTQ in horror movies instead of them just being victims? No, I do agree with that, Mike. I definitely do agree with that there needs to be. Let's see. Explorers, City Slickers 2. No, I know those were coming out. Especially Explorers, I cannot wait for that. I'm really looking forward to being in Scream Bloody Murder. I play Spike. Yeah, Movie Buff 1. If you guys definitely check out his channel, he's going to be playing Spike in the film. I'm just giving you ideas, but if the masked villain in your movie was related to Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherhead, or Chucky, no, we couldn't have it be any known image or anything like that. Spooky Empire is doing a convention in April and October. Maybe you can see if there is a movie. The movie is ready. Yeah, maybe the October one, perhaps. And the other kind of movie that I want to do too is a horror movie set at a horror convention. That's one of the ones that I really really want to do next. Or not next, but one of the other ones. Let's see. And I have one too that it's I'm not saying this. It's one of those movies that we can't do it till after everything in the world. It's because it would involve actors that are older and just can't work right now. But it'd be a pretty cool movie. Same with another one we have that would and we'd have to probably go union with it though to get some of the people we want. Let's see. Who's scoring the film music? Super important. We don't have a composer yet, though. But I usually get a lot of messages from people talking about wanting to do the music and stuff. But if any of you guys, though, do music, let me know, though. Let's see. It shows everyone believes in your ability to direct an amazing movie. Yeah, thanks so much, D man. Like I said, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys having faith in me and helping out this project and everything. And I'll, like I said, I'll be on here for about 60 minutes. And at the very end of the campaign too, I'll go through the perks again too for any of you guys who are new and have come on now. And I'll have the video up still too, so you guys can look back. You guys who watch this video later and stuff. And you can definitely message me too on Facebook and Instagram or any of those type of things if you have any questions. Let's see. Congrats on directing your movie. Do you like The Driller Killer? I always kind of liked that movie, but never liked it that much for some reason. I don't know why. Hey, I heard that they are doing a new season of Dexter, season 9. I did hear about that. That'd be interesting to see. Congrats, I would not be a good actor. I'm much better watching. Well, thanks so much, Dusty. But yeah, definitely like just feel free to share it around and stuff like that. That's a huge help. Any of you guys who are watching that, just share it around on your Facebooks and if you guys have any friends that you know of that are interested in acting and that kind of stuff too. Let's see. Will you make animation films? That would be kind of cool. I always want to do animate like voice work in an animated movie. That would be something I would love to do something like that. How much longer are you going to be live? Probably about 2 hours. I mean, not 2 hours. Probably about an hour because I have to go and like kind of take a nap and stuff because I go and have to shoot. I fly tomorrow to Texas early and everything. Let's see. Will it be R-rated? Yeah, it'll definitely be in that R-rated kind of style. What camera are you planning on using? Rob Neymar is going to come and he's going to be bringing his red camera. So he has like one of the newest red cameras. So it should look really really good. How long did losing all that weight take? It took me about a year or a little over a year, probably about a year or a little over a year to lose all the weight. Let's see. Here, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any of you guys' questions. Let's see, where are we now? And I'll go through these quicker, though, just to make sure I don't miss anything. I think I talked about that one. I think I was about here. We'll be R-rated. How much longer will we be live? So about like an hour or so. I talked about the camera. Congrats on directing your first movie. Well, thanks so much, Trey. Been a fan of yours for years. It's pretty badass. A long time coming. Yeah, thanks so much, Wicked. No, it's like I said, it's something that I've wanted to do for such a long time. Are you writing the movie as well? No, I'm not writing the film. I'm going to talk to Will though about ideas and stuff like that, and we've talked about like the story and stuff like that. But the movie definitely will have like a little bit of improv in there too. What did you think of the music band Death Hook? I don't know them. Deathlock? Could you come to my film group to talk about how you came up with the idea of the movie? Yeah, what is your film group? Yeah, definitely post a link to that. I saw 2 photos of you on IMDb. I was checking it out, but when I saw the poster and it said Jaws Returns, was that a great experience for you? Oh, that was like a fan film, kind of Jaws movie that I shot something for myself out here. So the mask is not going to be like on the cover. I don't know if it's going to be exactly like it is on the cover or not. That's like a temporary kind of thing we have in there. But I don't know. I like that kind of look. So we might make it very much like that mask. Like I said, I don't know yet on the actual mask. And we might have a perk too for the actual mask too. We don't have that one yet though. What do you think about Unhinged? Unhinged was great. Like Russell Crowe was so crazy in that movie. Are you a fan of Danielle Harris? No, Danielle Harris is, really cool. Like I always have been a fan of her. I met her at a convention and talked to her in a video, and she's really really cool. She's like half of the reason why I would like to make a movie SAG, so I could get her involved in the film. Like that, not necessarily not for this film, but for something in the future. I would definitely love to get her in something. Let's see. Same with Scout Taylor Compton. Those are 2 people that I definitely want to get in a project in the future. How old do I have to be to star in the film? Oh, you'd have to be 18 to be in it. Will your movie be hit theaters, streaming platforms? Well, the goal is to hopefully have it onto streaming platforms, and then to get it on DVD. Not as many indie movies come to Blu-ray. I hope it comes to Blu-ray. That'd be really cool. But I know for sure though I'm gonna give it to send it to a lot of the distributors that I know and everything too. Maybe you can get Michael Phelps in it. Now, I haven't heard from Michael Phelps in forever. Thoughts on the Addams Family animated series? I used to like that as a kid. That was one of those things I remember watching, all the time. Let's see. Will you make animation films? What camera? If any of your years. Two photos. Unhinged. Will your movie be theater? Do I watch HBO Max Lockdown? I haven't watched that Lockdown on there. Hope to be able to see it on DVD or in theaters. Yeah, thanks so much. No, I definitely hope that for sure the DVDs is the goal. Do you like Monster Squad? I do. I do. I have the Blu-ray of that one. Any experiences you've learned in the past that you will utilize for this project, especially in regards to working and directing actors? Well, I think like since I come from more of an acting thing, I think for directing, I'll definitely really concentrate on the performances a whole lot too, and just making sure, because like some directors don't pay attention to that as much. I notice, but I'd be really into that kind of stuff, and then I just kind of learn the way to shoot quicker, and the kind of coverage that you need to get, and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. You're an inspiration, sir. Thank you for sharing your talents with us. Well, thanks so much, Bill. I really appreciate that. Are you planning on making sequels if your movie is successful? No, I mean, I that would be kind of cool. I definitely would hope so. We could do one. Wish I could be in the film. No, that'd be cool if you were interested in coming and being involved. Congrats on all of your movies. I'm trying to track them down and watch. Well, thanks so much, D. Are you in your horror collection and you're out of prints this year? Am I going to do any more of them? I might do another one of those soon. Any chance of some music type perk where someone could compose a piece of music for the film? No, that I could definitely have that. Like, maybe I can add a perk. I'll have to talk to Will, and see what he thinks for that. But that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna screenshot that, so I don't forget. But yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Like like have your music in the film or something like that, or have your song, used in the film. And as long as it was like something that if you were like in a band or something, as long as it was like your music and you owned it and stuff like that, that would be definitely no problem to do that. Let's see. Do you see the new Mortal Kombat trailer? I did see that. I thought that looks very cool. Hope it's a great experience for you, Sean. Hope you get to direct more. Yeah, definitely, Benny. I definitely hope so. I watch your stuff every day. I'm trying to put DVD covers back into plastic sleeves again to have them easy access on the shelf. Thoughts on the mouse and the motorcycle? That's another of those. I watched that as a kid so often. How'd you get involved with the new project? Well, I know Will Colazzo, and we're working together on Night of the Zombies coming up. And he talked to me and said about directing it, because I was telling him about how I would love to make like a movie kind of like a Scream, Know What You Did Last Summer style film. And he was like, oh, you should do it, and I'll help you with the script, and I'll help you kind of get the whole thing together. And then I teamed up with Julianne Prescott, who's out here as well, and we're going to be working together on the production sign for it out here, and she's acting in the film and producing it and everything. Let's see. Someone says, would you like to work with Michael Pere? Yeah, Michael Pere, I've never worked with him, but yeah, I definitely have interest in getting him in a project. And I know it's doable. I definitely do. But yeah, he would be kind of cool. I don't know what his rate is, but he would definitely be somebody maybe if for the hire a celebrity perk. But like I said, I don't know at all what his rate is, so I don't know. So like I said, I don't want to ever discuss anyone's rates. Let's see. Where is everything? Do you like The Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel? I don't know if I watched the original one. I know I saw the remake, though. Did you really like the horror movie Empty Man? I have to watch that. I hopefully that comes out so you can buy the actual disc. I did end up buying it for cheap, though. It doesn't have the artwork, though. I'm going to probably watch it soon, but I bought it from Redbox for like $6 or something. But I still want the actual case and like a Blu-ray and stuff. Let's see. Would you like to work? I talked about that. You remind me of Ron Howard. Yeah, no, I sort of am like kind of like a Ron Howard a little bit. And we always wear hats and we have balding heads and everything. Let's see. Did you see Arrow Video April and May releases? I believe so. I think so. Let's see. Do you really want to thoughts on Fry's closing? No, I was gonna show it, but they closed like overnight, so you weren't even able to see it. Do you have to wear a mask in your film? Oh no, when you're shooting a film, you don't wear a mask like when you're on camera, but when you're like behind the scenes and stuff, you always have a mask on now. and everyone gets like the COVID tests done before they come to set and that kind of stuff. Are the Omen films any good? I like the Omen films. The first one though is the best. How'd you get into acting? I pretty much got in. I've always made like shorts and like little parodies and stuff like that, but I kind of got into acting from YouTube. And in 2008, a company called Synthetic Cinema messaged me and asked me to do their Bigfoot movie called Assault of the Sasquatch. And it was kind of like once I did that experience, it was like I just loved it, and it kind of opened up the door for me for acting and everything. And that was kind of how I first started. And then from there, I just never, had stopped. Do you ever do some hunting through Hamilton books? I don't think there's a Hamilton books near me. I don't believe so. So let's see now. I'm going to go through, though, for those of you guys who have come on right now, I'm going to post a link right now, too, for the Indiegogo campaign. So if any of you guys who have come on now have not gotten a chance to see it yet or heard about it, basically the live show today was all me talking about how I'm going to be directing my very first feature film. And it's a slasher film called Scream Bloody Murder. And basically, though, it's one of those things where it's, we have an Indiegogo campaign, and you guys are what's making the film possible. So I really appreciate you guys coming and helping the project. And on there, though, we have a whole bunch of different perks. And I'm just going to go quickly through the perks on here. And I also see a $5 super chat. And thanks so much, Paul, for the $5 super chat. Let's see here, though. Is your movie about a guy that lives with his parents and spends his money on movies? Also, is the character going to push away his friends too? Well, I don't know, Paul. But honestly, Paul, you can say all these things about me, but I'm out there doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working like crazy, man. I'm trying to be happy and do cool stuff, and you guys are making it happen. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I know Paul says stupid stuff there, but the bottom line is, I think the way the world is, people just have to go out there and do what they like. Do you know what I mean? And what makes them happy, and do the best that they can. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of how I feel about everything. But we'll start going through the perks and everything. But like I said, appreciate the $5, Paul. But I get what, I don't need the strangeness from you. You know what I mean? Because it's, you can say that all you want, but it's like you can't say that anymore because I'm doing stuff all the time now. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting around or anything. Let's see. So basically, though, I'm going to start over again since Paul threw me out of whack a little bit. But basically, any of you guys who have come on to the live show now, the live show today was talking about how I'm going to be directing my very first feature film, and like how excited I am for this, and how basically, though, you guys are how this is going to happen, because we have an Indiegogo campaign for the movie. And basically, I'm just going to go quickly through the perks again, and then I'm going to log off. I'll go through some more questions too. So if you guys have any more questions too, so definitely leave the questions. So I'll be on here a little bit more, but I'll go through the perks here too for those of you guys who have just come on. And here's the link to, guys, to since Paul posted that thing, in case you guys didn't see it. Let's see. Here's the link. Let me see. And I see a message too from Bobby, the Bobby Runts review. Congrats on the movie, Sean. I'll try and donate if I can. Best of luck. Well, thanks so much, Bobby. I definitely appreciate that. And let's see now. So here we are back on the campaign. So the first one on here is for $15, and it's the special thanks credit. And basically, that is you get a special thanks credit, your name at the end of the movie. There's also a perk for a digital copy of the film. That one, I know you guys are all physical copy guys. I just put that there because sometimes people like digital. You know what I mean? So I don't think anyone on here is going to care about the digital. But then there's a Blu-ray copy of the film, and that one also comes with concept art and a poster for the film and some more freebies included with that one. There's also a signed autographed copy of the film on Blu-ray. There's a perk to have your photo in the movie. So basically, like, there will either be like missing person photos and the camera will pan across and you see your picture in the movie, or maybe like a character might have on their desk a picture, or like on their wall they have a family member's photo up and something like that. There's also a perk where you can name a character in the movie, so you basically can pick what a main character in the movie is called, and their name. It can be your name or your friend's name or your family member's name or anything like that. There's a perk to act as a student or teacher. That's $150, and that's basically like a walk-on role where you would play a student in the film or one of the college professors. There's an associate producer perk on there for $197. There's a killer's prop, which is basically you would get the actual knife prop from the movie or the hook prop from the film. There's a perk to act with Julianne Prescott in the movie. There's one perk, which is only going to be one of these, the Don and Murph skit perk, where it's basically my character's a college professor, and at one point he does like a little skit for the class, and I dress like the Don character I used to do, and then, and one of you guys will come on and play Murph. And I'd be like a student in the class, and I call him up and have him like do this skit. It's gonna be really ridiculous. Hopefully, someone gets that because that would definitely be cool to do that. There's also a star as the news anchor because in the movie there's gonna be like some news anchors talking about like what had happened and everything, and that's something where you guys can film it yourself at your own house, and you just send the footage over, and it can be outside in front of a tree or in your backyard, or in front of a green screen, any of that kind of stuff. There's one to have a scene with me in the film, so you guys would like to act in a scene with me. A star in the film perk, which just means you'd have like a couple scenes in the film. Perk for an executive producer. There's a hire a movie star perk, and that's one where you would hire, basically the money that you for that perk would all go to hiring an actor, and then you would get to act in the scene with that particular person. And then the last one is the highest perk, which is the leading role, means you would be one of the main stars of the film, so you'd be throughout the film in a whole ton of different scenes. And it's all going to shoot out in Los Angeles, and probably May is when we're thinking of. Like tentatively May, but it will definitely be in Los Angeles. So let's see now. And I see a $2 super chat here from Xenomorph LV426. Congrats on your new film. Miss your chats, buddy. Well, thanks so much, Xenomorph, for the donation. I really appreciate that very much. And thanks so much those of you guys, too, who have been helping donate. And I see a question here from D. What is the $150 perk again? That's the one where you would be a student or a teacher in the film. Because like there's a bunch of college professors in the movie, and there's also like of course lots of different students in the classroom. So you would be one of the students in the classroom or one of the professors. Paul just knocked you out. Ronald Emrys. Let's see. What studio is this from? It's called From Cult Cinema is the company behind it. Will your film be an action or a comedy? Will there be action or comedy in the film? There'll definitely be some action. Mike Ferguson is going to be in the movie, and he does a lot of like action kind of stuff, so will have some action things for sure. And will definitely be comedy. Like I always love comedy horror films, so we'll definitely have some of that as well. Let's see. Congrats, Duder. Well, thanks so much. Laugh aloud. Why would Paul donate money if he feels that way? I don't know. I don't know why Paul did. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Laugh aloud. Congrats, Duder. Thoughts on the Asian film Uzumaki? I don't know that movie. Was the $150 for the newscaster? I can do that, but I live in Maine, so I would need to do green grass and trees. The newscaster one, that one was I think $4.99. I believe that's what that one was for that one. But we might be able to do something D with like you as like a vlogger or something like that as well. So like you could be like a vlogger, like kind of done like a YouTube video talking about what had happened in the movie as well. Because I definitely think we're going to do something like that as well. How do you juggle being a movie director and being a YouTuber? No, I kind of juggle with, because mainly acting is what I do mostly, so I have to always like figure out the schedules and all of that kind of stuff. But I figure out how to make it work and everything. Just try and schedule it and all of that type of stuff. Let's see. Would you ever put vomit in your film? Oh, if it called for it, like if there was a reason for it and everything. Favorite Ice Cube flick? Probably Friday. Did you get a chance to watch Black Cadillac? I still have not watched that, Eric. I need to watch that movie. What do you feel about the upcoming anime of Terminator? I didn't know about that one. But anyway, though, guys, I've been in here now for an hour and 6 minutes, and I just want to say thanks again for all of you guys who have come aboard and helped on helping on the Indiegogo for the film which I'm going to be directing. And like I said, I'm going to have the link for that one. You guys can find in the link in the description below. And if you guys have any questions about it, just feel free though to email, to message me on Facebook or message me on Twitter or Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, definitely check out the campaign, and you guys can go on there now and you can pre-order a signed copy, and like I said, this is a film which I'm directing and acting in, so really looking forward to this one, and I'll be talking about it some more on Tuesday, and you'll probably hear me talking about it a lot, up until for the next month or so. But like I said, I'm really excited about this, and thanks so much, guys. And anyway though, guys, I'll see you guys later, and hope you guys have a great weekend.